Sunday month already. So yeah, live stream. I always forget to post it, but we'll just wait for people to come in, and I'll just ramble on. So yeah, at the moment, this bike right in front of you, is the one from the video at the beginning of the month, I think. It's the off-road Proflex 752 with the Gervin Vector on the front, soft tail on the rear, and it had a few other little upgrades on it. Bash guard, some on the bar end. It has some little stuff done to it. Wow, 5 people have joined already. Nice. Hello guys. So yeah, I've literally just finishing this off today. 752, probably post the video next week. Yeah, next Sunday. But it's not been too bad. Pretty nice condition. The DX hub on the rear. Morning, Stephen. DX hub on the rear was beautiful condition. It was covered in a bunch of grime and grot, but that is absolutely beautiful DX hub. The only problem I had with this bike was the tyres that I put on. I originally put on some Nobby Nicks 2.2s, and they were just too big. The rear front derailleur could not clear them, so I couldn't shift it into the bottom ring, but it's clean, it's looking good. And this was the bike that I was planning to take to Wales to go ride with Mike with. How did you release the seat post? On what? Oh, are you on about the FSR? I'll show you the FSR in a second. But yeah, this bike should be out next week. And hopefully it'll be a nice one. It's just basically been a service. Got some good elastomers on it. The chain is actually still original. It's the original Uniglide, not Uniglide, IG Interglide, something like that. But it's barely got any wear on it. I've checked it. So yeah, that'll be one for next week. But I'm sure there's going to be a few people that are interested in what I've recently picked up. I sometimes try and treat myself like once a year around my birthday to a bike, and I wasn't really going to do it this year, but then this popped up. I was just doing a random search, a completely random search on eBay. I've got multiple set up for different things. This was just for a bike, and I saw this frame set appear. There was only 2 pictures, and I instantly recognized it. I saw the red, I saw the Fox shock, and I was like, wait, hang on a minute. Is that an FSR? An S-Works FSR at that? Because the normal FSR is kind of an olive colour. And it was. It's an S-Works FSR. And this one's a 95. A fairly early one. And it is, a little beat up. There's like a few dings in it. Ding there. But it's not too bad. It's got a, what do they call it? Prestige front end. An aluminium rear end. This shock is known to leak apparently, so I've really got to check that out. But the only thing, or I say the really bad thing about this is the seat post. Someone has absolutely gone to town on this. It's obviously got stuck, as you know, a lot of aluminium seat posts in a steel frame do if they haven't been adjusted for their entire life. The seat post was stuck, and this person, can I turn this light on? This person, whoever has had it before, or before the person I bought it off apparently, gone to town on it. They've obviously taken the shock off. I hope they've taken the shock off anyway when they've been doing this. Basically just blasted it with heat, so much heat. I don't know what has happened up here to the if that's the paint, it's peeled, but it doesn't look paint. I don't know what's going on with it, but they've definitely heated it up a lot, a tremendous amount to try and release it. but the post is all the way down here somewhere. It's obviously been sat quite low. So they've heated it up and then got frustrated with it and tried to beat it to death. They've tried to chip away at it, bent out the top end, put a hole straight through the back. Wait, can you see that? There is a hole in there. Yeah, they've ruined this top section. Now, I could bodge it back together, I reckon. I don't think it would be too bad to do, but I'm not gonna. I did see a comment just pop up then saying, like, is it even repairable? Yeah, it's repairable. This frame was 50 quid. Considering Johnny at Sydney Retro Mountain Bike has 2 of these S-Works, along with the hardtail, and he said he paid 800 Australian dollars and I think 1,200, I think it was, for this frame set. £50 for a damaged one isn't too bad at all. Now, yeah, of course it's going to cost something to get it done. I spoke to Donard in Ireland. He said it was, I better have got that right. He said it was, repairable. He thinks it's repairable. So I spoke to August Cycles, who are over in Norfolk, who build custom frame sets. They were the guys that kind of inspired me to sort of raffle off that bike for Ukraine. Spoke to them. They have a engineering background, then got into doing bicycle frames through doing it. So it's kind of a method that I trust. I'm not saying I don't trust anyone else because I haven't spoken to anyone else, but it was the first person I spoke to. He seems keen on doing it, giving it a go. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and get this seat post out to make it a little bit easier, and then either this whole tube is going to be replaced, or I don't know if there can be a workaround at the top section, but it's just this battery's died, 2 or 3 inches, or for us like 6 inches of material here that's damaged. If I can get this post out, the rest of it. So ideally I do want to replace the whole tube because that would be the better repair. It is welded in though, so you'd have to, was it welded? I think this is probably brazed on. I think these 2 parts are probably brazed on. That's welded. So you'd have to take off these 2 pieces, the sheet metal there that holds the shock on, the sheet metal here that holds the pivot on, swing arm, and maybe the sheet metal around the bottom, which is welded. But this is also a welded tube here as well. So it's a lot of work, definitely a lot of work, but I want to save it. It's a bloody good frame, yeah, and it's going to be expensive built. If I do go down the whole keeping it original route, or go down the JMC route, either way is going to be expensive. I've seen the Fox, was it the Fox? No, the specific shock that's on the front of this, what was it called? I forget what it was called now, but someone's selling one on eBay for £500. £500 for one shock. So it's soon going to add up in price, but you just can't. I've got to save it. I have to save it. It's, at worst I can bodge it back into place, but I'm going to get it done professionally, and then I'll definitely have to respray the front end. The rear end I think I'll have to respray as well. It doesn't look too bad. We'll see. Once we take it apart, we'll see, and I'll get that seat post out for him ready. But yeah, something to look forward to. Hey Gear Fetish, how you doing? Fetishes, more than one. So yeah, FSR, look forward to that. It's not going to be a quick build. Don't expect I mean, how many of my builds are quick? But just don't expect it to be out in like a couple of months. It's not. I've got to save up and buy parts. It's going to be XTR, so I've got to have an M900 crankset, M900 derailleur, probably M900 brakes as well. The specs of this from the catalogue, from the S-Works catalogue, came with a twist shift, X-ray 800s, I think, with some Avid levers, I believe it was. Yeah, I could put a random Judy on the front, could do Ross, or I was going to get to in a second. I've got this Pace RC35 which I need to restore, which is I'll get onto that in a sec, but it's a good size. In fact, it's too long, but I can I've got the threading tool for it, so it's always an option. I can just refurbish this. It's completely collapsed. It moves, but it's collapsed, so all the elastomers in the bottom are no good. But that is an option to do the Pace RC35 on the front. It's a similar shock, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I'd say it's a similar shock. Carbon Kevlar, lightweight, like that, doesn't really weigh too much. And although I don't know what the original one on this would have been, like air, fluid, air, oil, elastomer. I haven't looked into that far yet. But that's an option, the RC35. Now the RC35 came off of, I've buried it, this GT Pantera. Okay, so this picked up this GT Pantera, and it was what, £100, I think. It's kind of obviously on the top end of Pantera price points, from what I've seen anyway. So it's not a bad frame. You know, it's kind of Zascar-esque, aluminium, and yeah, it was a weird one. This pretty beat up around there. Morning, Sam. So this one obviously came with the RC35, which is the whole reason I bought it. I just wanted that fork. It also came with XT shifters. Hang on, let's come out here. This is the box of goodies from it. So it came with these concept bars, lightweight. It came with this, well, pretty nice Sugino crankset. Unfortunately, with both crank arms, where is it? The non-drive side, when I was playing around with it, I realised it was wobbling before I'd even taken it off, and lo and behold, it has been ridden loose, so the taper is rounded. So that crankset is kind of junk. Well, that crank arm is kind of junk. I was like, okay, no problem. I can just buy a replacement. And bonjour, hervé. So yeah, the drive side, I was like, don't worry, I can still use that. Couldn't even thread my tool in initially because of someone's hammered it. It's actually been hammered onto the taper, I guess, to tighten it up, because it looks like this was maybe ridden loose as well a little bit, but it was hammered on so much that it sat at an angle somehow on the crankset, so whenever you span it round it would get closer and further away to the crank arm, and the rings are straight. All rings did the same, it went closer and further away. So yeah, I managed to get it off in the end. Managed to get my tool threaded just about in there. It did have some threads, and then get it off. And because it had been ridden loose, it was pretty easy to come off once it got going. I have got a replacement crankset for that coming. What else did it come with? A pretty beat up saddle, half decent seat post, the original stem. The original stem needs a lot of work on it. I think the actual, yeah, the wedge is still in the fork. So I might spray that up maybe. XT shifters, LX derailleur. Is that an LX as well? That's an LX M550. And it also came with a 68mm bottom bracket in a 73mm frame. So someone's changed that at some point for the wrong size. All that means is that the non-drive side sits closer. So yeah, the Pantera's coming up. What I'm going to do with that, because I want the fork and for something else, and I don't really need the Pantera. Obviously, I've got a problem. So Pantera will probably get fixed up and sold. I'm debating at the moment whether to keep the original group set, the M550 on the rear, M550 on the front, with a similar crankset, or switch it out to a slightly later. This is a 92 frame, by the way. Switched out to a slightly later 93 group, so it would be the black LX, just for a little bit of contrast. And the U-brake on the rear I can switch out for a black one as well. So I'll have yeah, contrasting silver and black, and then just sell that on. And the fork will be black as well, because I'll use, where are you? There you are. I'll use that one. I'll use that fork on it. So I think that will go on the Pantera. Let's see. Yeah, we've got plenty of length on there. Can cut that down, trim it to size, and we are good. Sorry, I saw some comments then. By the way, how are you all doing today? Thank you for joining, and yeah, appreciate it. It's been a busy month, busy month. Been trying to pump out a bunch of videos. There's 41 people watching at the moment. Nice. So yeah, as soon as I say that drops. Where were we? Get Argus involved. Morning. Steve, I like those. Bonjour. J'adore la restauration qui tu fais sur. I love the restorations that you do on the mountain bikes. GCSE French is paying off. Do you sell many bikes outside the UK, Sam? Bikes? No. Okay, I'll speak about that for a second. The only... I wouldn't mind doing it. It's just the whole ordeal of getting it done. I mean, obviously the buyer is going to pay for the postage, and for reference, I sent a frame and a fork over to Adam at Toasty Rides, and just for that one box, which weighed about 7 kilos maximum and was quite small, well, the smallest I could get it down to, it cost Adam £200 to get that box sent to New Zealand, just for a frame set. And if that's a whole bike, it's probably going to be double. So the expense is there. And it's just the worry. I always worry about what if I was to send this bike over. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to use it for a few rides. I don't know. I might sell this one. But say if I sold this one to somewhere on the continent, wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. France, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Spain, Portugal, wherever. But yeah, when it goes really abroad, like I know I've had people from Philippines, Indonesia, somewhere like that, ask about stuff before. It's just going completely to the other side of the world, and I just wonder if something happened to go wrong in transport. Yes, there's insurance, but it's always that moment of, it's always in the back of my mind, like, what if something went wrong and then the insurance decided, no, we're not going to cover that. Then I've lost X amount of money on a frame. The person's lost hundreds on postage as well as the stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's something I might look into, but can we see the Proflex up close? And that Gervin looks great. Yes, you can see the Proflex up close. So yeah, this is the 752 that I picked up, what, the beginning of the month? No, it is the beginning of the month. Start last month. I've given it a good service, good clean up. It's mainly DX thummies, DX brake levers. Put some new grips on there. Got the Onza bar ends. I don't think it would have originally come with a Vector, but it's on there with some good elastomers. Everything's been cleaned out and re-greased in here. I'm pretty sure this is, one of the original A-head sets as well. And of course we've got to switch the brake pads out to some cool stops. Got this sweet bash guard. Got my gold in a ring for a bit of bling. And I actually just I stole the XT derailleur off the rear for another build, so I've put a DX one on just so it's all matching. But yeah, I'm gonna finish that one off today, get the cables put on and everything. Well, get everything dialed in, all the cables are on, get everything dialed in, test ride it next week. And wait, next week, depending how I feel, I might go on to the mountain bike marathon with it, maybe, or it'll be the one later in the month with Mike. I do like the Gervin. Yeah, the Vector is a very cool looking fork. I'm not sure what rating those elastomers are on there, so I don't know how bouncy it's going to be, because they are bouncy. Elastomers are bouncy. My other one, I've got the 853 here, and that is bouncy. So I do have, I have three Proflexes now. I've got the 752 to build as well, which I've been waiting for the right point to build that. Alex. Fees are also a problem now after Brexit. You can expect to pay almost 50% more for it to... Yep. Bloody Brexit. Yeah. Fortunately, at the moment, I've had a... what came over? I can't remember. I bought something and it managed to sneak past customs. Actually, the stuff from Santa Fixie, that's what I was doing, because that came from Spain. But I'm waiting for a crankset from Poland, a nice race face one, anodized red turbine. So yeah, that will come hopefully and sneak through customs. If not, then I'm gonna have to pay a silly amount again. Are these old full suspension reliable on the back from Back Center 2? Reliable? I mean, yeah, there's not much that can go wrong with it. Good. Well, let's go on the reliable part. Reliable? I mean, it's literally just a bolt going up through it into there, and it's an elastomer on there. The only thing that can really go wrong is your bolt falls out, which I don't think it's going to do because of the distance, and you'd have to, I don't know why it would fall out, or the elastomer perishes, and you will know about that because it will, well, they can melt on apparently very hot days. If you were to say leave it in a car, it can melt away. But yeah, they're pretty reliable. There's not really anything that can go wrong with them apart from that. And they don't need any servicing, really. pretty easy to fix as well. If one elastomer goes, you switch it out. How much they work, debatable. Obviously the rear end on this is a little bit springy, the front end is springy. They have no dampening adjustment or rebound adjustment, so it's a very simple form of suspension, and it does work, but how well it works for you or for anyone is up for debate, really. Yeah, it is very rudimentary. Rich's Rides and Restorations, Sheffield in the house. How are you getting on the ride with every day? Yeah, no, Rich, that as much as I've tried to keep up with it, it hasn't been every day. I've got a lot fitter, a hell of a lot fitter already, but it's really, yeah, it was. I did about a month and a half, I think, maybe, something like 5 weeks, 6 weeks solid every day. And my body just wasn't up for it. I had to take a break after a while. It was getting tough. So I'm gonna keep on it. Try and get the fitness back. Try and get the weight lost, and maybe I can try it again, because I've tried it twice now. The first time I got injured, and this year I'm just not fit enough to start with. I don't know if it's because I try and push myself a little bit too much to start with. Yeah, but that's happened. Okay, thanks, nice. You doing the Minehead Marathon? Yeah, Ross, I'll probably do the Minehead Marathon. It's later in the year, isn't it? Summer? August? Something like that? September? July? I don't. It's late in the year, isn't it? So I've got a bit of time for that. But I might do that on a... I'll probably punish myself again and do that on a retro ride. 752 Proflex 1992 model, correct? It is 752. We also have the 753, 853 as well. No, 752 is the 1992 model. Yeah. So yeah, it generally denotes. I don't know what the 5 denotes. But it's generally model on the 7. So obviously the higher the number, the better the model. 5, I have no idea what the 5 stands for on these bikes. It tends to be a recurring thing, and 2 tends to be the year. So on... Oops. Ow. I've got the 853 there, so obviously 8 for the second model down, because the 9 was the top model. 5 again, don't know what it is. 3 for 1993. And yeah, my elastomers are still looking alright. I'll have to get that one back out at some point. Early 2000s mountain bikes. Josh. Do you plan to work on any early 2000s mountain bikes? Yeah, probably at some point. At the moment, I'm kind of just trying to clear stuff out. You can see I've kind of got my list going on here. Just try and get stuff knocked out. 753 build. Literally have that. I've been waiting for months. Couple of months now to do that, and I've just got other stuff to clear out. So yeah, once stuff gets pushed out, then maybe I can get some new bikes coming in. But I need that Kona to sell. I need that to go, and I need the rally there to go before I can really do anything. And then once they've gone, then I'll probably do the GT. Need to sell that. I don't know if there's other stuff that I want to sell at the moment, but those are the main ones, 3 main ones. I can't sell anything. How hard is it to sell XL21 bikes, biggest frame? What do you think? Sell them all to Adam at Toasty Riot. He'll take them. No, I think it must be quite difficult to sell them because some of the bikes that I've bought for donor parts have been huge bikes. In fact, the group set, which I used on my lovely Saracen here, the XT group set, I've been riding that this week, by the way. That XT group set basically was free because I bought a 23 inch mountain bike, which was a Peugeot something or other, which came with that group set, and I just wanted the group set. The frame and the fork and everything else went on to someone else who was going to use it. And yeah, that bike was ridiculous. That bike was in bad condition, but it was cheap. So I'm sure there is a market out for them. There is quite a few tall folk who are, or giants as we call them, that are looking for them. But yeah, I don't really take them on, so I don't know how well they sell. I did the mid 2000s GT. Okay, Russ. Okay. So Russ just mentioned then. £100 challenge. So yeah, that was something I did. Was it last year? Or was it the year before? I think it was last year. £100 challenge. Oh no, it was last year. So that was basically, if you haven't seen it, £100 budget to buy your bike, to fix it up, and just see what sort of build you can come up with. Say, for example, if you bought a bike for £50 and you decided to sell off a bunch of the parts and then modify it in some way, so obviously the selling of the parts would count towards the budget, so you could effectively turn a £100 budget into a 200, 300, whatever budget, depending on how good the bike is. But everything has to be totaled for, of course, and ends up coming to, the 100. And what was it? What else did we say? Whatever you have in the parts bin. So if I bought a cheaper bike and then had this set of Pace RC35 Kevlar forks lying around, I could not just grab these forks and be like, right, sticking them on the build. That's my £100 build because I've got them lying around. I'd have to account for that price. So these are fairly expensive forks in working condition. So that would probably definitely blow the £100 budget out. But yeah. So all the parts, basically it's £100 to build whatever you like. So I guess in the comments after the video, after the stream ends, whoever's watching it later, if you and I might put a post out, but if you want to run that challenge again, we can do it. It was kind of fun. I actually really enjoyed that bike that I came up with. What was it? It was a Daewoo frame, and I basically turned it into 1x10 with a RockShox Indy on the front. It was a fun bike. Jonathan Fruchter. Unrelated question. Mini velos get lots of hype in cross biking recently, X biking. Is it something you consider building? To be honest, I have no idea what a mini velo is. As in like a 20-inch wheeled bike or something like that. I think there is there is a kind of, oh wait, there is a kind of following for this that I need to do. I bring this up every stream. It's just I have not got the motivation. One day that build will come. 20-inch non-folder. Yeah, so ugh, I keep on getting stuck. So yeah, something like that then. I do want to do that. That BSA. I did actually want to turn it into a 24-inch because the 24-inch wheels will just about fit in there, and it would be interesting to come up with. So yeah, something I am gonna look at. I've just picked a difficult one to do because if you haven't seen the what's it called, the start kind of video, BSA is basically Rally at this point in time, and it's before Rally has changed the threading types. So this bottom bracket is 26 threads per inch, which actually isn't too much of a problem to change. I do have the tools for it. I could change it to 24 threads per inch, but the shell is, oh god, what was the shell size now? It was like 77 mil. So I could try and find a 73 mil bottom bracket and convert this to 24 threads per inch and sink it in. As long as it doesn't have the flanges on, I could like sink it in from each side to 2 mil. Or I can grind down these faces somehow accurately and do that. I need to look at it. I need to look at it because someone keeps on asking. Someone keeps on asking. We should definitely do it again because you ain't gonna lose on money and have something to say at the end. You'd hope, wouldn't you, Ross? I just don't know how the bike market is going at the moment. Obviously, it's coming into summer, so people are going to want to get out on the bikes again. And it's weirdly sunny, turned sunny. But yeah, okay, we'll see. I'll put a poll out and see if people want to do it. PSS and NOS 24-inch 10 walls. I don't have use for. Happy to take them towards the build. Yeah, it depends what size they are, Jonathan. I think I worked out because this frame is obviously a 20-inch frame. I did put a 24-inch wheel in it to see how close it would be, and I can crush the tire or deflated tire and get it to fit. But for an inflated tire, I'd have to take out these parts ever so slightly, just a little bit, take out the bridges, just make some room for it, take off the mudguard clip. So I'll probably have to run some skinny tires on it. So at the moment I'm changing between going 24-inch with skinny tires or sticking to the 20-inch but putting BMX size on there so the tires are more readily available. And you can probably get some beefier tyres. Top chat. But yeah, where was I? So yeah, I mean, specialised FSR. That's a long-term thing. 752 coming out next week. GT, I might be able to get that out for the week after. Just fixing it up. I'm basically kind of just relying on bike to sell at the moment. And where were we? Oh yes. Okay. So I do have I'm gonna get the Sprite out. After I finish that, I'm gonna get the Sprite out and try and fix that up. Get that finished. I've got the Muddy Fox to do, and then that can be sold. I don't need that. I just wanted to, it was an impulse buy. BSA, God, that one's kind of like another one that's kicking me because it's kind kind of don't have the motivation for it. It's just a pain. Sorry. And yeah, I'm gonna say I won't buy any more bikes, but you know, oh god, O2, you've used 80% of your data this month. Yeah, okay. But yeah, is there any builds kind of that you guys would like to see? Any type of videos, like fixing stuff, for example? I don't know about these pedals. I think they've got different bearings inside them rather than loose. But like, for example, these DMR pedals need a bit of a service. I think they've got pressed bearings in. That Sturmey Archer hub needs a service. Can do that. These LX shifters are kind of gummed up, I think. Yeah, they're gummed up. So I could do a full strip down and build on those. I could even look at, I've got these kind of beat up DX shifters which don't have the top but do work. So I could strip those down and see what's internal. Whether you folk would be interested in that sort of stuff. I could knock some out. The shock services will come, by the way. That one needs to be serviced. I've got this one, which I cannot remember where I put my elastomers for this. I've got some elastomers somewhere, but Manitou Magnum is about ready to be serviced. I just need to remember where I freaking put my elastomers. Okay. RockShox RS1 needs to be serviced. I might do that. I've got a week off work in like a week or two, so that will get serviced that week. Touch wood. Where the hell did I put those elastomers? I don't know. I'll put them somewhere. They'll turn up. Does anyone else just have a mess all the time? But yeah. I don't know. Rides as well. I've got to do some more rides. I've been trying to, basically this month, I've been trying to do at least 2 videos a week, and it's kind of paying off. Trying to get the views back, trying to get the interest back. But it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough just to churn out all those videos a week, as well as work and look after the place. But it's coming along. It's coming along. So I'm gonna try and keep on top of that. Try and do a build, maybe, or a repair a week, and get a ride video, because I've been enjoying riding again. So it's stuff like that that's got to come on. Oh my god, I'm like, looks sweet. Right, Nick? How's it going? But yeah, so basically, guys, if you want to if you want anything like bike wise, check my eBay link in the description. It's not in there yet. I haven't put it in yet, but I'll put it in after. It's in the description of every video. I don't know if people are having trouble with it. I always see comments saying the link doesn't work, and apparently if you click on it, it doesn't work. But if I click on it, it does work. I'm not sure what's going on there, so I've said copy and paste it, and it should work. But I've got stuff on there, and everything that gets sold on the eBay obviously helps to build different builds. It would definitely help to build this Specialized. I can't wait to do this. Literally can't wait. I'm so gutted. I just can't believe that someone has done that to the oh, sorry. Interesting thing about this this FSR, by the way. When I went to pick it up, it was fairly local, but Went to pick it up, like said hi to the guy. Just said a couple more things, and then he turned around and went, "Wait, are you the guy from YouTube?" So yeah, apparently recognised the voice. And we're just like, "No way! I can't believe it's you that's turned up." So yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny, funny recognising the voice. But damn, the damage to this frame is, or the top of the frame is bad. I'm just really hoping. I know it can be repaired. I'm just, I just want it done now, kind of thing. And I know it's not gonna happen like that. What is? Oh, we got rebound adjust or something. Yeah, rebound adjustment on the shock. So yeah. Anyone up to anything nice this weekend? Got any builds planned? I know I've seen Nick that you just joined out on your Marin recently. Where's Gear Fetish? I know you're always riding. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. But yeah, I need to get some bikes shifted. In fact, I might. Is that everything? Yeah, I might end the stream there, to be honest, and get on with building this or finishing this off. I just need to dial in a bunch of stuff and then cleaning up and getting stuff edited. But there's a lot of work. Oh, no, I'll save that. Cool. So anyway, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll do another stream same time next month, first Sunday of every month, and still pumping out the usual videos. And yeah, just thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Every like, comment, and share and all that really does help. It helps me personally starting picking up. Yeah, French. Yeah. What is a clean workshop? There's just no. But yeah, I'm gonna get on with finishing this, and yeah, I'll look forward to the video next week, and then hopefully I can get some rides done on this, and we'll see. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will end it there. So, ta-ra.